Dirty old man.
Who says that's why he's asked me?
Well, what other reason would a bloke Frank's age have for asking a 19-year-old girl to go to the Caribbean with him?
My charming company, my witty back chats, my pleasant disposition.
Ah, pull the other one. It's got bells on.
You're just jealous, man.
Yeah. Don't suppose there's any chance of wangling me an invite, is there?
Two's company.
Well, I could do cooking. I know what he likes to eat.
Mandy, it's a 5-star hotel. I think the chef will be able to cope.
Hey, what's all this about motels?
Our Tina's off to West Indies.
Get away! Where'd she get money for that?
Frank Tate. Seems taking a fancy to her.
This place really isn't big enough for you to invite your family to stay.
It was only the one night. You know the circumstances.
I thought farmers were supposed to be up with the lark anyway.
He's not used to drinking that much. He got in a right state about Roy's accident. Blames himself.
Well, so he should. It was his negligence. That's the law.
Mistakes happen.
Well, drinking's no answer. I lived with an alcoholic. I know. If Roy's handicapped for life because of his stupidity, he needs to find a better way of dealing with it.
Sorry about that, Dad.
Don't be, because she's right. It is all my fault.
I told you, you're not going.
Dad!
I'm not having a daughter man off with some pervert who's old enough to be a father, grandfather even.
It's none of your business. It's my life.
You are my daughter. You live under my roof.
That's one of the attractions of getting away. You're just sore because I'm getting the chance of things you'll never have.
You've been out better than I know her.
It's not like that, Dad. It's just a lonely man who needs some company.
She's not going, I'll volunteer.
Sounds to me as if he's got enough bags to take on holiday already.
Hey, come back here. I've not finished with you yet.
I can't stop. Got holiday shopping to do.
Oh, you're wasting your breath. She's made up her mind.
Is breakfast ready?
Not unless you've made it. I'm going for a walk.
Women always seem to be walking out on you. Suppose she'll not get very far in them fluffy mules, though. She'll be back. Worse luck.
That was Jack on phone. Wondered if your dad were at hospital this morning.
You mean he hasn't turned up for work?
No. I wonder where they got to last night.
I just hope he hasn't done anything stupid. Biff, lucky I saw you. You can tell Frank that I'm going to be late for work today.
I doubt whether he'll be pleased to hear that. Why don't you tell him yourself?
No, you won't mind. Me and him are going to the Caribbean together. Just tell him that I'm shopping for the skimpiest bikini I can find. And I'm sure he'll forgive me anything. Tell me I didn't hear that.
I wish I could. Frank's finally lost his marbles. You look what she did to Luke, and he never even had an heart condition.
Profits up, costs down. You've done well.
Glad you're pleased.
So pleased, I'm going to leave you in sole charge for a few weeks. I've booked a holiday to the West Indies.
Well, that's the best news I've heard in ages. The rest will do wonders for your health.
Yep, I'm feeling better already. I'm taking Tina Dingle with me.
Is this some sort of joke?
No. There's a messenger coming round later with the tickets.
You can't go on holiday with Tina Dingle. Can you imagine the gossip in the village?
Vividly.
Can't you see she's just after your money?
I don't think so. Mind you, there are a few people who can't wait to get their hands on it.
Could you have a word?
We're busy.
Of course you can, Seth.
Looks like them roughnecks are up to no good again.
Yeah, they were in the pub last night, and this morning the badger sets have been disturbed, haven't they?
Well, we've got more important things to worry about.
Badgers are a protected species. Now, you tell Chris all about it, because he's in charge now.
Yeah, I never realised how much I'd missed the dancing. I was just starting to really enjoy it.
Just forget it, Terry. It caused enough trouble last time.
It weren't our fault Kelly got wrong end at stick.
Well, I'm not surprised. I don't know how the kids ever learn the difference between right and wrong the way the adults carry on round here.
We didn't out wrong, Betty.
No, I wasn't talking about you. I mean the other eternal triangle round at the vets. 3 women living together like that. Not natural.
I must say I'm inclined to agree with you there, Betty.
And then there's that brass neck Kim Tate moving in with David Glover, and she's still married to Frank. Honestly, I'll tell you, this village makes Peyton Place look like Toy Town.
Thanks very much.
Something important?
Holiday tickets for me and Tina.
Oh, it's true then.
Yeah, you can tell Betty to put it in her next news bulletin.
Don't worry, Mr. Tate. Your secret's safe with me. I know how to be discreet.
Don't be daft, Seth. Betty'd never forgive you holding on to a juicy titbit like this. I wouldn't want to spoil her fun.
Don't you worry, eh?
What?
Things that folk will say.
People have been gossiping about me, Seth, ever since I came to this village. Difference is this time I intend to enjoy every minute of it.
I told you we'd ordered too many Easter eggs, but you wouldn't take any notice of me, would you? You're so pig-headed.
Look, it's not my fault if everyone in the village goes on a diet.
Oh, I see. What's your excuse for Christmas cards? We've got dozens of boxes of them left over.
Yes, they'll be very useful come December.
And I suppose all that Olympic junk you've just ordered would be very useful in the year 2000. Bet you a fiver we don't get rid of it now.
What is this? Have a go at Vic Day?
Know your trouble?
No, but I'm sure you're going to tell me.
You've got unrealistic ambitions. You treat this place like 200 branches of Woolworths instead of the tin pot village shop it is.
There's no harm in thinking big. All I'm trying to do is give our customers a service, make sure we got what they want, when they want it.
You got our order wrong again this morning.
Oh, sorry. Hard to keep up with everyone. They keep moving around the village so much.
Country Life, Horse and Hound, The Telegraph every day, and The Mirror for David.
You ought to start taking a DIY magazine. Be useful now you haven't got staff to do it all for you.
You got any suntan lotion?
Third shelf down at the back.
Expecting another summer like last year?
No. Where I'm going, it's guaranteed to be hot.
Hell, I hope.
No, the West Indies. Frank's taking me. You'll find some support tights over there. I hear they come in very handy when things start to sag through pregnancy.
Where have you been?
I've stopped at our Dave's.
No, you might have told us. We've got enough to worry about without you. And Jack phoned this morning when you didn't turn up for work.
I couldn't face it. I told her about our Roy.
Oh, funny way of showing it. It might have been better if you stopped around to help out. Me and Biff were up first thing this morning trying to get the place straight for when Mum gets back. Cleaning up the mess.
Oh, so Biff stayed last night, did he?
Yeah?
That is typical, isn't it? As soon as my back's turned.
Don't you start on me. Just because you feel guilty about what happened and you want to take it out on someone. I am not listening to any more of your lectures about how to run my life. Not when I've seen the mess you made of your own.
Hey? Terrible when kids turn against you, isn't it? I've been getting the same sort of grief at home. What do you want, Zach? I heard about Roy's accident. Thought you might fancy a bevy. Cheer yourself up a bit.
There you go, Betty. And something for yourself.
Oh, that's very generous of you, Frank.
Tate seems disgustingly cheerful with himself.
Not surprised. He's taking our Tina up the West Indies.
Can we have some service around here, please?
In a minute.
Knowing your Tina, she'll have her hands on his wallet before the plane's even taken off.
Can I have some currants?
Alice, please, 1 minute. I'm just trying to sort out the bread order.
You'll never believe what's happened now.
The rest of the bread delivery's arrived?
No. Frank Tate is going to take Tina Dingle on holidays to the West Indies.
I'm bored with this.
Gino, this place gets more like a red light district every day. Sodom and Gomorrah in it.
I'm sorry, Betty. I haven't got time for this moral outrage. It's enough trying to cope with Alice and this stupid bread order.
Alice, how would you like to help me decorate some fairy cakes?
Yes, please.
And if you're a good girl, you can have a couple yourself. Come on. Oh.
Thanks, Sean. He's brilliant with kids.
Yeah, well, it's nice to know that some folk have got their priorities right.
I reckon a few weeks alone with Tina Dingle's going to be last straw for Frank's art.
What a way to go, though.
Will you forget about Frank and Tina and start thinking about catching these poachers? You weren't such a great success last time you tried.
And I don't fancy getting beaten up again.
Yeah, well, next time, I intend to pay them back for what they did to you and me, Seth.
come on, Nick, hang on.
They're going to be using them badges for baiting. Now, it's a nasty business and they're nasty people. You're better off calling coppers. They don't scare me, Biff. I think we should sort this one out ourselves, Seth.
If anyone sees Tina Dingle, tell her she's to be in my office at 12:30.
Yeah, all right, Chris, but can we talk about these badgers, please, at some point?
I've got to be getting to the bank.
Look, I told you, call the coppers, let them deal with it.
I'll call them if any of you lot can come up with concrete evidence there really is something going on.
You see, it's down to us.
You gonna tuck us in, love?
I'll tuck you in if you like.
I won't be quite the same, Mum. Always fancied them nurses. I reckon it's something to do with that uniform.
You're obviously getting better. Should have you home soon.
No, I'm still getting a lot of pain. I reckon they'd be in here for a good few weeks yet.
Nonsense. Home's the best place for rest and recovery, and me and Linda can look after you as well as any nurse. And don't worry. I'll make sure nothing like that is ever going to happen to you again.
Aye, but it wasn't really my dad's fault, Mum.
You should have made sure that sore had a guard on. He can just count himself lucky how Linda saved the day, or I'd never have forgiven him.
It ain't been easy for me since Nella left.
You still miss her then?
Need a woman around the house.
I thought you got one.
Huh? Marilyn? Ah. I don't know where she's wandered off to this morning.
Serious, is it?
Well, kids don't like her. But a man needs company sometimes.
Do you know, Zach, you can have your whole family around you and still feel alone. Eh? We were behind with the rent. We were sawing the logs up to earn an extra few bob. Then I Roy had his accident and everybody blames me now.
Heard about Roy's accident. Was wondering if there was anything I could do.
You mean you're checking up on me because I didn't turn in this morning?
Well, I didn't expect to find you drinking. You ought to be at the hospital.
They don't want me there. They all think it's my fault.
Pull yourself together, Ned. This isn't going to do anyone any good. Come on, I'll drive you over there.
Why don't you drive in me? I can drive myself, thank you.
Not in your state, you can't.
See, Zach, nobody trusts me anymore. Well, I don't need you telling me what to do. I'm going to smash that thing up. Hang on, Ned, don't do anything stupid. Get off me, Zach. I know exactly what I'm going to do.
Come on, Ned, this is no answer.
Biff said you wanted to see me.
Yes, close the door.
Hope this ain't gonna take long. I've got a busy day.
I can imagine.
My duties have got nothing to do with you. I work for your dad.
I know exactly what you're up to, Tina.
Well, if you're that much of an expert, feel free to come and help me in the kitchen sometime.
Don't try and be funny.
Oh, well, if you want to take me, you're gonna have to wait your turn. I'm fully booked at the moment.
Look, I'm not going to get into a row about this. No, I'm going to deal with it in a business way. Money, that's what you're after. You probably see my father as an unlimited source. The closer you get to him, the more you get. But it might not work out like that, Miss Dingle.
No?
See, I know him better than you do. And the moment he sees through you, you're out. You could do a lot better dealing with me.
What did you have in mind?
Well, you can carry on working here if you like. While you're at home farm, I can keep an eye on you. But I want you to cancel your ticket to St. Lucia. Just name your price. The rest is haggling. Well?
That'll do. I needed a new suitcase for the holiday. We'll send you a postcard.
I'm doing this on one condition. You don't breathe a word to Betty. She will spare.
Seth, stop worrying about it. We're not going to let them put one over on us again. This time we're going to get them.
What are you two up to?
Got some unfinished business with some poachers to catch.
Well, that's a relief. When I saw the shotgun, I thought Chris Tate had hired you as hitman.
You calm down now.
I don't know, mate. It's all such a mess, I don't know where to start.
Well, you're going to have to report the accident to the health and safety.
And that just make things worse. No point asking for trouble, is Zach?
Marilyn? Yeah, I've got to go. Marilyn! Hey, wait, go!
If you don't report it and they find out about it, it'll be even worse. I remember Donna's tractor accident. Well, that wasn't even my fault, but it was on my land, so I ended up carrying the can.
Do you know, Jack, I thought this place was the best thing that ever happened to us. You know, the fresh start we always wanted. But I've ended up letting everybody down.
You get it sorted, Ned. Look, first job's getting you cleaned up and some black coffee down you. Then we'll get off to the hospital. Come on.
Just come to see if there's that I could do.
You know, if you'd spent a bit more time helping your dad get this place up and running, and a bit less messing around with Kim Tate, he wouldn't be in this state.
I was worried about you. Where were you?
Walking, taking in the glorious Yorkshire dales.
All morning?
Why not? I'm an ardent nature lover. Besides, I don't have to answer to you about where I go or what I do. I don't like jealous men.
I didn't mean any harm, Marilyn. But maybe you could check me next time.
I like to commune with nature alone. Sometimes.
Got anything planned for this afternoon?
Not especially.
Good. Because I've got a few ideas of my own.
She were in tea rooms this morning.
That's a funny place to commune with nature.
Looked to me like she was just stuffing cream cakes down her gob.
Poor old Zach. There's no fool like an old fool.
See that the Glovers get this card. Tell them if there's anything I can do, I'll be glad to help.
OK, Frank.
Your tea.
Thanks, Tina.
About this holiday,
Getting cold feet.
there's been a lot of talk.
I never let village gossip worry me.
It's not just a village. Chris called me into the office about it.
He had no right.
He offered me money to pull out.
I see. Well, don't you worry about it, Tina. I'll deal with Chris.
Thanks. But I wanted you to know that it's not like they think. I'm not a gold digger.
I know that.
This holiday means a lot to me. I've never been anywhere like that before. I'm really excited. And it's you that's given me the chance. I wouldn't do anything to spoil that.
Tina, I asked you because you're good company and I know we'll have a great time. That's all that matters. The village gossips can go hang.
Tea's finished.
Will you shut up moaning, Seth?
We haven't seen a sign of them all afternoon. It's 5 o'clock. Time to go home.
Look, we're not going anywhere until we catch them. They're scum, Seth, and handing them over to the police is too good for them.
I'll give it another hour.
Look, just keep your eyes peeled.
I can't believe how quickly that girl's got her claws into Frank.
What's it matter? You're divorcing him.
Oh, don't be naive, David. We haven't reached a settlement yet. The way Tina Dingle's going, she'll have moved her whole blooming family in by then. They'll be renaming Home Farm Dingle Towers.
Forget about him. We're happy here.
In a poky little cottage. Yeah, well, at least that's something I can change. I've been on to the estate agents. They promised to find us something more suitable. Well, at least that way we'll have a spare room next time you have a family crisis.
You didn't exactly make my dad feel welcome last night.
The state he was in, I'm surprised he noticed. Besides, he's never gone out of his way to be friendly to me.
It's not easy, Kim. I'm hoping one day they'll accept us as a couple. But just at the moment, they're too bound up in their own troubles to worry about anything else. I thought you'd understand that.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I've got a lot on my mind, too.
Whatever you think of them, they're still my family. I can't turn my back on them when they're in trouble.
I know.
Better go and see if there's anything I can do. You coming?
Like you said, they haven't exactly come to terms with me yet. It's probably best if you went on your own.
You don't mind?
No, I've got a few problems of my own to think through while you're gone.
Thanks, Kim. I love you.
I love you, too.
How you feeling, son?
A lot better, thanks.
No thanks to you.
Look, I'm sorry about everything. I mean that. I behave like a proper Burke. But you've no need to worry about anybody else getting hurt with that saw, because I'm going to get Des to come down and smash it up.
What? We're up to our ears in debt. That's a valuable piece of machinery. Now we could sell it. What's the matter with you?
I thought that's what you wanted.
It's not about the saw. It's about Roy. You should have been looking after him.
You see what I mean, Jack? I can't do anything right here.
Look, I don't want to interfere, but young Roy's had a lucky escape. Now, that's something we can all be glad of. doubt he wants to hear you rowing at his bedside.
That's right. Maybe we should count our blessings before we start round two.
Well, that suits me.
That's a relief. Here, Dad, you ought to see that ward sister. She's a right cracker. Asked if she wanted to come take pictures with me.
What'd she say?
She told him he'd have to wait till he were old enough to take her to X-Films.
Very funny.
There you go, Biff. Cheers, man. Well, here's to my little sister, hero of the hour.
Yep, I'll drink to that.
Oh, don't be daft.
Oh, come on, don't be so modest. It was you that saved your Roy.
Yeah, all we've got to do now is think of a way of saving Dad from himself.
Best way to do that is make sure the farm don't go under. I know I haven't been round much lately.
Yeah, you've been too busy elsewhere.
I've talked to Kim about it. She knows we've got to pull together.
Well, it seems to me the only kind of pulling she understands is the sort Tina Dingle's done with Frank.
Yeah, I mean, Frank's always had a fairly liberal attitude towards his staff. I mean, Kim started out as his secretary, didn't she?
Well, perhaps it is a business arrangement. I mean, after all, there is 40 years between them. Frank can't have any romantic illusions about the girl.
Who said anything about romance?
I must buy you a drink to thank you for all your help and apologise about all the gory details.
Well, I've always been a bit queasy about blood. Just the thought of going to the dentist makes me want to faint.
I never realised you were such a sensitive soul. 2 gin and tonics and a pint of special, please, Alan.
We were just talking about your dad's latest bombshell.
I'm afraid I don't know what you mean.
Well, taking Tina Dingle to the West Indies with him. What's he up to, eh?
I don't care what you say. I'm not wasting any more valuable drinking time. I'm going to Woolpack.
I've just heard something.
Ah, thanks for staying late, Betty.
Oh, I'm just happy to see places so busy for a change.
I'm sure it's all the good reviews from the gourmet nights that have brought them in.
Well, we're finished in the kitchen, and Alice thought you might like to try one of her fairy cakes.
I helped make them.
Aren't you clever? Hey, how did you manage to get the ice in this lovely shade of green?
Paint.
Food colouring.
Oh, well, thanks for the unpaid babysitting. You've kept her entertained all afternoon.
It was a pleasure. We enjoyed it, didn't we, Alice?
I don't know what's happened to Nick. He's supposed to pick her up an hour ago.
Oh, and that's probably my Seth's fault. He'll be getting him into trouble down at Woolpack.
We've got them, Seth.
Careful. Remember what happened last time.
They don't scare me, Seth.
Stop what you're doing! And let that badger go!
Not you again. You should have learned your lesson last time, Shorty.
Just shut it, you. And do exactly what I tell you. Otherwise, you're going to get both these barrels.
Don't make me laugh. You haven't got the guts to pull that trigger.
Probably ain't even loaded. Let's get out of here, Nick.
Just let the badger go!
Reckon he's looking for another fish supper.
Give it to him, Jed.